Hi, you guys. This is Misty with Cancerian Chronicles. We are going to channel some messages. We'll just say some stormy messages because we have a storm going on. So hopefully everyone can hear. I do have the mic on, so we'll see how this works out. Okay, so we're going to tap in. There's something to do with making sure that you learn how to tune out distractions. Someone is struggling with tuning out distractions, tuning out the noise that surrounds them. This is definitely a message where someone needs to learn how to, even in the face of adversity, even when you're in the middle of a storm, you're going to have to learn to keep moving no matter what. You have to keep moving anyway. I'm hearing bells will be ringing, which essentially that's giving me the sense of like, life is going to life no matter what. You can't stop that. So you have no control over that. But what you do have control over is your actions, your responses. I don't even want to say reactions. I want to say you have control over how you respond when you are facing a storm, when you're facing adversity. And so for some of you guys, I feel like you may be sending out a particular prayer. And in that prayer, you're asking for the storms to be removed out of your life. And that's not going to happen. I can't sugarcoat it for you. It's not going to happen. Storms are going to come. And so what I'm getting is that you need to change your manifestation, or you need to change your prayer from, please remove these obstacles, to please show me, give me clarity on how I can maneuver through this crossroads or this storm or this adversity or these challenges. Okay, storms are going to come. It is inevitable, is what I'm hearing. It has something to do with the laws of nature. It has something to do with the laws of the universe, and that will not change. It doesn't matter how much you beg, scream, plead, pray, cry. Storms will come. But what you have control over is how you perceive said storms, said challenges, said adversities, how you look at them. Okay, and how you respond when you are in the middle of them. Okay? Is there anything else? I'm still hearing that you can ring my bell. Oh no, that's different. Okay, so I'm hearing you can ring my bell. Ring my bell. I feel like some of you guys are not taking advantage of your ancestors, your spirit guides, the Most High, your higher self. You're not taking advantage of those resources that are readily available to you, that are waiting for you to call on them to assist you in your times of adversity, when you are going through obstacles, when you're going through some type of storm or challenge. It is okay for you to reach out to them. And yes, they cannot help, they cannot remove the challenge, but they can definitely provide you with clarity. And they can definitely provide you with some type of resources or assistance to get through them. Okay? Like, look, I'm protected from the elements right now. Like, you can see, what's going on. I'm protected, but I'm still getting splattered. What you don't see, I'm still getting splattered on, the bottom part of my legs here. Now, obviously, I can scoot up to reduce that somewhat. But then there's a sense of like, I'm like all up in the camera and all up in your face, even more so. So it changes the perspective. It changes the view. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm kind of getting the sense of like, there's something to do with like give and take. In any situation that you're in, that you find yourself in, back to that crossroads type energy, you are going to, there's something to do with like push and pull, with I'm seeing the scales, like, if you tip the scale on one side, then it affects what happens on the other side. And that's just not gonna change. Okay. Hmm. Someone needs to look up or do some type of research on the law of, there's something to do with either balance, or I'm hearing something about divine justice. I don't know if that's an actual law or not, but someone Google it, I guess. Let me know in the comments what you find, if you're guided to do so. But there's something to do with, like, this is not about karma, this is about divine justice. And I feel like there could be some type of fine print, or something, or just something that someone needs to know as it relates to a law that has to do with justice or divine justice. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? I'm looking at a tree and it's like in this type of format. I heard V is for victory. V is for victory. I'm also hearing the name Victoria specifically. I'm hearing the name Landry. I believe that's like a last name. So I don't know if there's something specifically that you need to rewind or, listen to this again, because maybe you're not paying attention. I don't know. I feel like one of those teachers calling the student out in the classroom, when you notice that they're not paying attention. Okay. So it could be, I'm really guided to, for some of you guys, one of you, some of you, or none of you, your guides or your ancestors, the Most High, whatever you ascribe to, they're trying to send you some type of message and you're not paying attention. Someone's not paying attention to a message. So this may not be necessarily about those particular names. This could be about, like, you notice something, you notice some type of messages, they make you feel some type of way, is what I'm hearing. Like, there's something that makes you feel a certain type of way and you still ignore the messages, maybe because you don't exactly know how to interpret it. For whoever that's for, that is because you're supposed to be studying something that has to do with symbols. Yeah, something to do with symbols and symbolism. I'm hearing Aesop's fables. Someone needs to be studying Aesop's fables. I don't know if they still do that. I think if they do, they barely kind of touch on it in school. But I remember, like, that was a part of the curriculum at one point. Not a lot, but we did touch on Aesop's fables. There's something to do with, symbolism, with metaphors. And someone needs to go back and revisit that. If you weren't taught that, then you need to teach it to yourself, is essentially what I'm getting. Okay? Yes. Okay. I usually do my channel's messages specifically on my other channel, which is the Oracle Evolution. Shameless plug. Please check it out if you have not done so already. And so I did ask, or I did question at the beginning, why am I on Cancerian Chronicles, right? And, at the time it was just do it. I feel like there's something to do with, like, maybe you have a decision to make, or maybe you're doing something in a certain way, and you're questioning why. Like, why is something being done a certain way? Something has to be visible. Something, or, something that you're doing requires you to be more visible. So as of right now, this is the channel that gets more visibility or more views than the other channel, because I kind of let that one lie dormant for quite a while. Maybe, I want to say, up to 2 years. I just left it there, right? And so I'm building it back up. But in the meantime, this channel is, like, a little bit more popular. Not a whole lot, but a little bit, right? And I feel like, it's just the little things. There's something to do with the little things. Like, it does matter. So it may not, for some of you guys, there's something to do with, like, something has to be done in a more visible way. Like, maybe you're trying to hide. You're trying to be, like, behind the scenes when you're meant to be front and center. For some of you guys, there's something to do with, like, it's the small things that matter, and you're overlooking some small things, and you need to go back. You need to go back. Okay. There's something to do with someone needing to go over something with a fine tooth comb. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Is that important? I don't know why I keep thinking about, okay, so today is trash day here. It's raining, and I have not put my trash out because it's raining really hard, and the rain is really cold, you guys. I love the rain, but not when it's like super cold. And so, that puts me like, this is my decision, obviously, because either I'm going to be stuck with this bag of trash for another week, or I'm going to get really wet and really cold. So going back to like, no one is going to drop from the sky and get my trash out of the house. Like, I can't morph my trash. That would be an awesome power to have, but I can't at this very moment morph my trash or, transfer my trash from out of my home directly over there without getting wet. I can't do that at this moment in time. Is it possible that someone might happen to come to my house and I might be like, pretty please, can you take my trash? Yeah, it's possible. But in the meantime, in between time, I am making a conscious decision, and I can't get mad, come a couple of days from now if I'm stuck with trash, right? I can't. So I don't know, there's something to do with like someone is, I don't know if someone feels like if you just ignore something, like if I just ignore that trash, it'll go away. Remember, I can't just teleport it over there. Ignoring a situation, ignoring a problem is not going to make it go away. Someone needs to know that. Someone needs to be reminded of that. Okay. Anything else? For anyone that wonders like why I turn around, I am a channeler. This is just one of those quirky things with, me when I channel. When I'm outdoors, I'm typically turning in every which direction. Don't know why. I don't question why. It really, as long as the messages come, it really is irrelevant. And, if I'm seated and in my home, you'll see me, like swaying or looking in every which direction. I feel like this is important for someone who is into like the metaphysical, or someone that is into, like, I don't know, maybe you have some weird quirks of your own and you're questioning, like, why do you do the things that you do when you do what you do. And, for some of you guys, you just need to focus more on not your why you do certain things, but just focus on, are you getting things done? Does it help you get things done? Okay. Like if you have to knock, I don't know, 6 times before you start cleaning, but you clean up your whole house. Like, the point is your house clean? It doesn't matter if somebody's watching you knock 6 times before you pick up the rag. Like, someone is focused on the wrong thing. And I know that seems really weird, but turning around in circles is weird, right? And look at me, I'm still on camera. Yeah. Someone needs to get over a fear of something. You need to get over it. I mean, yeah, sure. You may want to find someone who gives you like these pretty little 5 ways to get over your blah, blah, blah. No, just get over it. That's all I have to say about that. Yeah. I feel like it's okay. I feel like that's it, you guys. So I hope that these messages were helpful. I'm stalling a little bit to see if anything comes in and to receive confirmation that that's it. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is Misty with the Cancerian Chronicles. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all of that good juicy stuff. If you would like to become a member, check out the description box on how to become a member, what levels I have, and all of that good stuff. So I love you. Thanks for watching, and have a beautiful and fantabulous rest of your day. Bye now. Mwah.